I am from Sudan in an area called Nuba Mountain. Nuba Mountain is in the middle between South and North Sudan. The population about 2.7 people. They live in Nuba Mountain. A few years ago, they were still not believe in any kind of religion. They believe in that religion. But recently, many of them, they convert to Christianity and they become a Christian. Genocide was been practicing against them. And they run away from Nuba Mountain to the area called Ida. It's a border between South and North. And the famine was going on really strongly. That is where we discover. And then we bring some churches together. We took relief. There is no food completely. Even there is no water because people, they was running out from their home. They leave their village. They're running into the valley. They're running into the mountain. They're running into the bushes. And they didn't have opportunity to grow up their land, to grow up their farmers, almost for 1 year at that time. And then when the season is past, they have nothing to eat. They was sharing with animals, eating the leaf of trees. That is where we, the small churches here, they come together and we decide to take food over there. That is what is happening. They come together with the amount and then we buy food from Unity State. When we drop food there, and then we discover it's not just for us to give a food. We discover people, they need something more than food and drink. They need Jesus Christ. They need love. And then when I came here, after several months, we decide to go back with the church planting and education. And that is where I went back in 2013, and we started the first church in Juba, which is First Juba Baptist Church. And then we start another church in Juba. Now we have two churches in Juba. We start a school in refugees camp.
It's amazing to see the work that Nasser's been able to do in country among his own people, and actually among a variety of people that live right there in the newly founded country of South Sudan, specifically in the capital of Juba. And it's amazing. It's why we feel so confident in our missionary pastor Nasser. It's why we trust in the work that he's doing and why we're thankful to God that we get to be a part of it. The goal is to get back into the Nuba Mountains when and if there is a peace agreement between the Nuba Mountain region, South Sudan and North Sudan. But the people in South Sudan, despite not having the persecution that Christians might face in the northern parts of the country, they still are experiencing a great deal of trouble as a result of not having basic necessities for life. Inflation is rampant. The road system is basically non-existent. There's no central power grid. And so people there, especially now, are struggling just to sort of survive from day to day. So the ministry that Nasser's doing is incredibly important, as well as as trying to spread the word about what is going on in South Sudan. Because at this point, they're not only fledgling as a city in Juba, they're fledgling as a country, and governmentally, it's going to be quite difficult to provide any sort of stability to the citizens.
They have a great need, and that is what we have to work on it. We have to face. We have to pray the Lord can open more doors, and we can help. Most of children, they are going without school because it's a large number. The disease is especially malaria is on everybody. You can see people just they are working with malaria and they sick and all that. This is a very big challenge that is facing us right now in South Sudan.
The River Nile Project is a coalition of 8 Memphis churches that have adopted the Nuba people. And basically from the beginning, this coalition desired to see church planting go on among the poorest of the poor in the Nuba Mountains. The Nuba people group, 150-plus tribes, 3+ million people, many of them with pagan Islamic background with really no access to the gospel. The goal of the River Nile Project and the goal of our organization as we came together to merge is to train leaders who are going to be able to enter back into the Nuba Mountains to do church planting. These people who are living there, especially among the Nubian population in South Sudan, the people that we've had the opportunity to train, like when we went in April, these are phenomenal church planters, phenomenal pastors and missionaries that are putting their lives on the line every day and are willing to do so because they feel called to reach the people of the Nuba Mountains. And so I think that, number one, humanitarian needs are obviously important. We give a cup of cold water in Jesus' name.
Right.
But the ultimate goal is we need gospel intrusion into the Nuba Mountains to penetrate all sectors of society there.
You can see the children and the kids in South Sudan, just they are going without their parents. Things is getting more difficult. But the question is still, the national community just keep silent about the Nuba case. United Nations, they are not serious putting pressure on North government to sign peace agreement. Besides what is going on in North Sudan right now with the church, most of pastors have been thrown to the prison. As I said earlier, last Sunday, we have 12 young girls between 18 and 25. They are arrested and they taken to the prison, and they have been taken to prison because the way which they are wearing the clothes, and they have been forced and been naked among the soldiers army in police station. And that is the one of really worst things is going on right now. It's not just in Nuba Mountain, in North and in Nuba Mountain, in South Sudan, things is getting more worse than we was expecting.
Catalyst Missions has taken leadership in the River Nile Project, and so there have been these coalition of churches. We're helping mobilize to put people over there to train these leaders in basically ministry modules to get them ready to go back into the Nuba Mountains. What we really need is more involvement in that, whether that means people participating, people donating, people praying, obviously, and people can stay involved and connected to the mission and what's going on, and stay with updates on Nasser's ministry in country and all the connections that he's got back to Memphis at our website. It's www.catalystmissions.org, or also the social media page that we have. Just look up Catalyst Missions on Facebook, and we have a Twitter feed as well. And so there's opportunities to donate through our webpage. There's opportunities to stay connected for information. There's opportunities to apply for involvement in everything that's needed to keep informed about this ministry.
The final is just we need all the church to keep praying, because I believe the prayer is a key for everything and for the ministry, and it's very important.